T1D challenge gather people from all around the world. We all live with type 1 diabetes, with all the daily challenge, and we would love to inspire and to prove to people that anything is possible despite diabetes.
We are here in Iceland in the beginning of a 5-day trek. Our main goal is how we can learn with each other that with the right support and with the right supplies, it's totally possible to reach the top of Hekla Volcano.
What I'm most looking forward to is some tips to manage better my diabetes, and I hope that this will be an occasion to make a network between us.
This year we are 12 people with type 1 diabetes coming from 10 different countries, mostly in Europe, plus Israel, South Africa, Brazil and the US. This will be very challenging for young people because it's the first time for most of them. A long trek, 5-day trek, 6 hours trekking per day. The landscape is quite hard because 500 meters up. So it was quite challenging, especially for those who are not used to trekking. This year we decided to invite 2 young leaders because it was important for us to have 2 young people. They are like mentors for the youngest people.
I'm a little bit older than the other guys, and I'm going to kind of help guide them through the process and make sure they get up the mountain.
It is a team challenge. It is a common aim to reach the summit, and this is what they are going to experience and remember for the whole life. So it is an association of centers of reference for the treatment of diabetes in children and young people.
It's been a long time before the trek, so that I have been preparing, but now when we're here, it's a really good feeling and I'm feeling very excited.
You can do anything you want. You just have to prepare yourself, take care of your health. They have to get a good control and tight control of the blood glucose. The diabetes is not a limitation. The limitation is our own minds.
The first day is usually not easy because we don't know how insulin will behave. So we had a couple of hypoglycemias.
Sort of feel like a hypo, even though my blood sugar is perfect because it's going down. And I have a lot of active, or a bit active insulin from the breakfast, but so I feel like hypo, but it's perfect.
You can try with one of the pack, and when it's not enough, you can put the second in your water.
This is electrolytes, and it's good for go hiking and for the muscles, and it's a little bit sugar in there so you can stay longer on a stable blood sugar.
We help each other in decisions with food, measuring blood sugar, informing others that we need a rest or not to move on because somebody has low blood sugar and things like that. So it's teamwork.
I've never done trek in my life, so the only thing that scares me is to have too much hypos or hyper and be tired and can't walk.
When you're in that teenage, adolescent zone, that's probably the most difficult period to have diabetes because you're becoming an adult, but you also have that extra responsibility away from your parents to look after your own health. And so I guess a lot of these guys are now realising this now for the first time.
Okay, it's going to be good. Congratulations.
better to give small corrections than to. Yeah. So go to 50%.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's back-to-back endurance, so it's all right walking 20 kilometers or whatever we've been doing, but then to get up and do it again and again, repeatedly after 5 days of trekking, that's going to have effects on your blood sugar levels. So we've had to manage our blood sugars, we have to make decisions on our insulin, so there's been some key decisions to make.
When you're at the bottom of the hill and you see people halfway up, just like, it's no longer a physical challenge, it's a mental challenge.
I don't usually have hypos while doing sport, so this is teaching me that when I put myself under extreme conditions, I might have hypos.
There is a lot of people here from different countries and different cultures, so gave me many tips how to control my diabetes.
3, 2, 1, go!
I learned a lot of stuff from the doctors and from the mentors. They're great guys. I don't let the diabetes interfere with my life. I just try to be like a regular person.
The conditions that we are facing is very, very different from what we are used to.
It's really windy here, so you feel like it is very, very cold, especially when you are at the top of some mountain.
Every time that we are not in our routine, it's a bit harder to control the diabetes.
There's some people using a lot of basal insulin that never track this long distance before, so have to manage this.
Like over 60.
Over 60.
And it's like going down.
Because of this high amount of insulin, they face some hypoglycemias. Half hour or reduce half for 2 hours.
Okay.
And let's check in 30 minutes.
Okay.
I believe that we have diabetes, but we are not diabetes. Sometimes we get confused and we think that it is such a big thing, but it's just an illusion.
Just about to start our final ascent. It's a 500-meter climb, so it'll be tough, but we're all ready for it. We're pretty tired. We've done a lot of walking so far, but we're really excited to get this started and to finish the final part of our journey.
The challenge is much more important, but right now teens have learned every day and they learn from their victory and when they fail, and it's getting easier and better each day. So I'm very proud of it.
I'm feeling so good. I've made good friends here, and they sharing feelings of diabetes is something that gives confidence between us. It's something we have in common, and that's why we get on well.
I would like it if people didn't stereotype people with diabetes as maybe being overweight and unable to do certain things. There are really no limits to what we can do, so hopefully that's a message that we can get out.
It's just amazing to see that we actually made it to the top, and yeah, it was worth it all. Yeah, absolutely.
It's fantastic to be with the group and in the middle of the nature, and you can see the world under you. It was really fantastic.
It's been great. Can do anything with diabetes, including extreme treks like this. You can do anything if you put your mind to it, no matter if you have diabetes or not.